Okay, this might be a long, slow video, but there's a bit of an issue. I have incredible unoQ. This is my number one. I properly set it up. Everything worked fine, but some people are having some issue with the first setup. So I have a second one, which has never been opened. And what I'd like to do is get it running if you didn't have Wi-Fi. And I have a little, here's my site, there's my GitHub for what we're working on. And here's a built-in Wi-Fi. Any Arduino, this is for the ESP, but any Arduino would do it. There's my chat app 88, which is the SID, and then I've got the incredibly unsafe password, my password with a capital letter. So I'm going to plug that in, fire that up. It's just right here. It's not really long enough for you to see, but eventually that'll have an SSID that I can log into. So here's my brand new one. This is straight out of the box. And what I've got set up over here is all the fun wiring. So I've got an SD card I have no idea if we can, but if you wanted to do the install from card, then the all-important, let's angle this properly, this thing, which has, in my case, a VGA adapter, you're supposed to use an HDMI, then a hub, then the plug to the plug, and this one's going to go into my brand new, make sure it's the new one, that's the new one, there we go. This part plugs in. Let's just make sure we can see everything. Where'd it go? There it is. And now I plug in the entire board. Sorry, I don't do professional videos. I just get stuff running. So, really cool little Arduino thing. Okay, it's flashing. Typically, it's been about 30 seconds to boot, which is kind of nice. There I have my screen. Sorry, I'm kind of off screen here. Bring my mic over. And really cool, it's booting up. Now, at some point, it's going to say you have to have Wi-Fi. I might even pause for a little bit while doing that. Arduino, you are required to change your password immediately. Administrator enforced. Login. Okay, I'm just going to pause just in case I do something weird. Okay, looks like that's right. Oh, my mouse is hooked up. That's nice. I never showed that on the little hub thing. Retype new password. Yeah, whatever. I have no idea if I typed that right. Okay. Okay, video's still going. You can see the screen. Now, what I would normally do is try to put OBS video on the unoQ, but that's pretty cool. Now, check out, super important here, the version. Can't read it, can't read it. Dang, really can't read it. 0.1.12. Okay, so versioning is super important. Let's see if I can move this camera back so you can see most of the screen. Sorry about all this. But this is the super irritating part that at some point it says you could skip this. And if I was doing a, not conference, but a workshop, and we were stuck here and I had to do a 1 gig download, that would basically destroy the workshop. So what I've got is hopefully this, and what was my password? Something like my password. And let's see if it logs me in. Now that ESP32 has no internet, so it's checking for updates, and here's where it might absolutely die. Cool that it's running. So this is what you would see. Let's see if I can get this a little bit more clear. Come on, webcam. Sorry, webcam's not really good enough. But, cool. It said I had Wi-Fi, and it doesn't look as much as the new one. But the big deal is the blink, the LED, or maybe run some of my own code. Something nice is, knocking things over. It's doing the little heart. Sorry, it's upside down, but we are running. So, what happened? There we go. This is the problem when you use $3 webcams. I walked into a dollar store and bought 15 $3 webcams. When I saw them, I was like, I have no idea if these work or not. Anyway, let's try blinking the LED, because theoretically this doesn't work. I love this blink LED with UI, but always do the blink LED. I run a program called Blink LED. That looked like that happened really quickly. Definitely there's a difference, but the main thing is that arrow right there. So I'm going to click that. I have noticed even with the new applab that serial monitor isn't working. It's a bug. Let's hope it gets fixed up reasonably soon. Not much happening on the Uno. I wonder if I can, without breaking stuff, just drape it over here. Not super useful. Sorry about that. Let's just put it down and see what's going on. Library, it still says running. Sorry, I can't show the whole screen. Running. And so it's trying to install it. I'm assuming that's going to work. Some stuff there. Global variables. Okay, that's the normal Arduino IDE. Downloading to the computer. It's kind of cool that it works. Done blinking LED. Let's have a look at the thing. Okay, I don't see it blinking. Interesting. Done blinking LED. I can go to, let's see if I can set this up again. Now, as I said, I would normally throw this onto the, I would put OBS on the unoQ or Kazam or something. Let's see what I can do. There's a console button. It looks like we're on the console. Nothing fancy there. Go back to files. There are files. Might as well have a look through this. Let's see if I can load any of these files while I'm here. Can you see that? I'm not sure if I can make these a little, this is more how it would look on the newer version. But there, it's got a cute little picture. That looks like all it has for the assets. Now in Python, you got the main Python program. It might be a little bit different on the new version. It's doing the LED from Python. Let's see what's going on with the sketch. This is the Arduino sketch, and it also seems to LED built-in, which I actually don't like working with. Can I edit it? Let's stop this thing. Was that the right idea? Okay. Notice it's LED built-in. I would prefer to use 4. Oh, crap. I can't edit it. Why can't I edit it? Looks like you have to open it up in an editor, which is okay. Once again, sorry about the screen stuff. I just want to edit this to... Whoa, why am I not in insert? Is this running nano? What's it running? Oh my goodness. Let's try delete. There we go. LED 4 underscore underscore I want B. Oh, the 4 never wrote. Let's try 4. What the heck? Okay, this is why you update. Let's try to unlock for no. This editor's interesting. I might have to go into Nano and oh, it's just terminal. That's really interesting. Okay, I have been able to do some things. Oh, I can type. So 4_blue, and then let's delete this. How do you save in terminal? I use Nano. Why is there no save button? Oh, I thoroughly apologize. I'm going to try Control S, see what happens. Not. Okay, LED 4 blink. I'm going to pause. Pause. Okay, well, interesting things at the moment. Definitely load the new version of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of applab. The problem with editing it is at the moment I don't have a way of duplicating the blink LED, and I'm just going to mess stuff up. Why not just try blinking it one more time? I said this would be a really slow program. What I am going to do is go have a look at the desktop, and let's just run this again. Remember, I'm not turning off the video for the running. Let's just see how fast things are. There's my Uno at the moment while it's running. Number 3 LED is on blue, which I think kind of means it's editing. Probably why it went red when I ran it the first time. So we're still running. What I'm going to do after this is just have a quick look at the Uno desktop. If anyone's confused about whether they should do the 1 gig download, remember I do have a SD card that I can definitely have room to plug it in on my hub. Let's go here. I've got done blinking, and if you look at it, it's definitely got the red LED, but I do not see it blinking. But let's just check out the code, whether it's even supposed to be blinking. The main Pi 1 does have it sleeping for 1 second, but what's really strange here is it has the Python and it has Arduino code, and I'm not really sure what it's doing. So let's get out of here. One thing interesting for when you're doing it is here is kind of your launcher, but up here is your code. So if I wanted to get back into the Arduino lab, I would click on that. I'm back in. I could exit out of it. I'm just going to reduce it. So let's just look around a little bit. We've got our Finder, application Finder, web browser, which would be kind of cool, terminal, sure, and then this just minimizes everything. So I'm going to, let's just see what the app Finder has. It's a single click, and you can do Bluetooth. Yeah, that's not bad. Default applications. I haven't run any of these. Be interesting to see if it has a, it's got Vim. It's got the web browser. Ooh, it has XFCE terminal. Interesting. I'm going to have to look up all these things. Does anyone in the comments, please, if you see some kind of desktop recorder, that would be super handy. Desktop environment, XFCE. Okay, another thing I want to do is the Finder. Just let's see what's going on here. Arduino apps. But what I would do right away is switch Finder to, why does view not say show hidden? Because what I already know with the bricks thing, oh yeah, Arduino bricks. There's the Arduino, interesting. There's, let's see what packages we've got. It's got Zephyr. Let's see what it's got for, oh, hardware, no, not needed. Let's get back. So this is the interesting one, Arduino bricks, EI models. This is kind of Edge Impulse. You would dump your models, which are .eim, from Edge Impulse. So that's kind of interesting right there. Our Arduino apps are in here. And this is what threw me for a loop, is how can I edit an app if it's not in here? The newer version definitely has a duplicate an app. So this one was just get things going. Let's just, now I don't have internet, so the web browser is going to be, let's just see how quickly it loads. Too bad I don't have any web pages on my SD card, because that would be kind of fun to check that out. But yeah, it's got no internet at the moment, so that it's not speedy, but it's used to interact with things. So basic concept is, yeah, the 1 gigabyte download is probably a darn good idea. Oh, this is slightly different than I saw before. It's just, you can't see what I'm clicking on. That's the one I saw before, Arduino, and definitely show hidden files. There's the desktop where we've got the lab. Here's the file system. Here's your home, which also has Arduino. That's kind of interesting. Where would libraries go? Typically, they're in documents. No, I'm not really sure what's going on here. So, bin, home, nothing too extreme there. Anyway, the basic concept of this was to see if you could do much with without doing the download. And let's just get back into applab. I'm not quite sure if I loaded a second one just then. Checking for updates, finding no updates. Ooh, I would like to show, this might take some time. As I said, I'm not sure if I just loaded a second one. So this is something that, oh, here we go. I locked it up. No? Ah, there we go. Let's see if I can get out of here. That's eye-opening. I think I just fried everything. Oh, now I think it just rebooted. So I'm going to not do that way of loading it, and just, so if you're not going to do the update, expect things to be a little bit interesting. It is loading the applab the second time. Now hopefully this one, when it checks for updates, assuming my little ESP32 is still running its Wi-Fi. What I really want to do, perfect. This is cool. It says blink LED with UI. And now it loaded quite a bit more files. I'm just going to run it first just to see if it works. Okay, so I've hit the run button. And so sorry about the recording, but I just want to get this stuff done and learn from it. You definitely needed the Wi-Fi. I think Arduino will eventually skip that, but interesting on the what you purchase, the out of the box, is expecting the Wi-Fi. So my little hack, what I often do is on my cell phone, I just find a hotspot, get past that startup, and then ditch the hotspot. But the ESP32 is kind of nice because it's truly not hooked up on the internet. Brings up a point. I could, since I'm not really stressed about speed on this video, I could try my hotspot and load some web pages just to give you a sense of the speed of the desktop. And remember, we are on the 0.1.12 version, and that's what comes out of the box. And it would be nice to know how many people successfully install the 0.2, I think is the one I have. Now, it says done blinking LED with UMI. Oh, I like my poster in the back there. Okay, so I'm going to reduce this, and I know this code runs with the web browser, so I'm going to click web browser. It would be nice if I could see somewhere here where it says what port the web browser is running on. I'm going to try localhost, and I'm going to guess localhost. I'm going to guess port 7000. This works really nice with the new version. They may have changed the port. I don't really know, but the UI thing is quite cool. Like, I really like. Ooh, LED is off. Okay, where's my... Let's try not to disconnect stuff. Let's push the button, and we've got an error. As ChatGPT. That's cool. LED is off. Well, that's disappointing. And back to, this is why you should do the 1 gig download. But my reading the port was the right idea. This probably could be figured out. The one that works with the new version is really cool. You have access to every single GPIO, turning it on and off. Would be a little bit better if you could switch back and forth from read or write and digital or analog, but this is all kind of fine at the moment. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try to shut down the applab, and the browser I'm going to leave up. A reminder, don't do this way of going into the applab. Do, I'm going to reduce this. Oh, I don't know how. If you actually get out of applab, I'm not really sure how you would want to get back in. You could, I guess, command line run the thing. Let's see if in, which one is the one that says, just trying to find the apps. What, that application finder, let's see if applab is in there. Arduino applab. Let's see if this fries it. I think it would be 1 click. I'm going to click it twice just to fry the thing again. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is, once again, this was the hold your breath. I'm just going to let it play. Remember, not really interested in speed. But I am going to do one more thing before I shut this down, is get onto a real hotspot and just see the DuckDuckGo web browser, see what we've got with the non-updated version. I'm guessing this is going to be... Yes. Okay, so we did get in that way, and maybe the other way would get in. Classify images, detect objects on images. Interesting. The new one has much better. And notice my hub has room for... Where's my hub? Has room for a camera and a microphone, and they work fine with the new one. So I'm not going to do that. I don't think that's a good use of my time. I am going to pause this video, set up a proper hotspot. Okay, so I rebooted it, but forgot to unplug the ESP32 running its own hotspot. What I'm trying to do is hook up my cell phone hotspot. So let's just click this. So what happened was it auto-loaded to my ESP32 hotspot. So what I'm doing this time is I'm loading it up. And by the way, it boots pretty quick. It went into applab. Now, it's going to freak out because there's my hotspot. Oh man, I've forgotten the password. Give me a second. Back on with this super slow. Remember, I'm trying to do this real time. Sorry, it's super slow. Just to give you a sense. Now, it's checking for updates. It's going to find out that I haven't downloaded the 1 gig Linux, and it's probably going to complain. If it does upload applab without uploading the Linux, I'm sure it's going to be bad. Now, is it going to break the board? If it does break the board, it did not update. Applab is still 0.1.12. Notice I hooked up a webcam, and in my massive cables, the webcam's right on the end there. This is keyboard, this is mouse. And you've probably seen, I've been moving stuff around pretty nice. Interesting, if I try blinking the LED now, will it run better? I totally apologize. This is going to be slow. But let's see. I'm on a true hotspot. Let's see if it's whether the blink's better. I don't think it's going to be, because the applab is still 0.1.12, which best thing is, once I hooked up to true Wi-Fi, it didn't brick it. Well, who knows? I think it didn't brick it. Now, it'd be interesting if Blink works, because it's really strange that both Blink and the UI Blink didn't really work, unless it did load the red LED, which it just did now. Where's the darn thing? What the heck? There. So the red LED is running, but it's not blinking. If you look at the code, it's blink 1. I hope that's not saying 1 millisecond. I have nothing else I can work with here. I can't see. The new applab allows you to see the Arduino serial monitor, which is not working yet, but still, whatever. So I'm going to pause this, and let's reduce the applab in case I want to get back in here. And let's just try something fun. Let's get a browser going. I'm not sure if I hit that properly. I don't like it. Oh, perfect. Okay, so here's a browser. HPSS, GitHub, HPSS JLS is my GitHub account. DuckDuckGo, I've been calling it something wrong. Restore Chrome. Oh, because I did have it open. Huh? Yeah, I guess I did have it open before. Anyway, looks like it found me. What I want to do is go to my repositories. By the way, I don't have 725 repositories. I have about 200. Obviously, I fork a heck of a lot of repositories. Why isn't it going to... Ah, there we go. So this is where I'll put all my examples of unoQ, Qualcomm, Edge Impulse, Arduino. By the way, if you have one of the Arduino Portenta H7 Pro, I have massive amount of stuff. It's called Maker 100. By the way, if you wanted some code to load up the ESP32 if you have one. And by the way, Arduinos can make hotspots. That is not that big a deal if you have a Wi-Fi capable Arduino. Here's a sense of the speed of this. It's not great, but this is a $44 full-on Linux machine. There it is. My chat app 88, my password, if you want to get around this whole Wi-Fi thing. Now, back to my stuff. What am I wanting to show up? This would be interesting. It's Web AI. Go to my web page. Light RT. This is Edge AI stuff. And I've got a kind of cool little video thing here, which all of a sudden I just made bad. Let's try that again. So what this is it's loading a FOMO Edge Impulse. Oh, no, that's fine. Edge Impulse model. I could select other models, which might be kind of a fun thing to test. But, oh, this is the minced. And I actually have, oh, let's see if it works, first of all. I actually have allow web page. So it's a browser. People are going to be frustrated because it's not super fast. But what can it actually do? And there we go. Oh, it's not. It's using this webcam, the one on the top of the page. Let's see. Okay. So what this is a MNIST detector on Edge Impulse. And you can't really, oh, it's hard to see the numbers because they're so small. And it's not going to be good. This is like miniature model. It's basically a 1 meg model. But look how fast it's working. It's going to have lots of false positives. It's getting the 4s pretty good. It's getting the 3s, mixing them up with 5s, which kind of agree with. So this is Edge Impulse. If you've never done Edge Impulse, you really need to try it. This is a pretty amazing model for being on. This runs on the Portenta. This runs on the Nikola Vision. This would run on an ESP32. Not so good with the 9s. 6s and 5s it's messing up. So that's just kind of what we're dealing with here. Is Edge AI is amazing. This unoQ can do Edge AI, even if it's web page Edge AI. It's a pretty cool computer, even out of the box. If you don't do the immediate update and you went online with your cell phone, it doesn't seem to brick it, but the Arduino IDE is nowhere near as good as the latest one. So that's what's interesting to me. I will try to install some stuff. Let me pause for a bit. I want to see if I can get a webcam going. Okay, it looks like Control-Alt-Shift-R, Control-Alt-Shift-R might load a screen recorder. Let me get out of this application thing. Let's try. I shut down my website, so I don't really care about that. Control-Alt-Shift-R. I'm not. Oh! No, that's the Wi-Fi thing. It's the. I'm going to pause again, see if I can get screen recorder going. Since I'm here and I'm happily recording, let's load a terminal. All I want to do is get some sort of screen recorder going. That's interesting. Click to start dragging. That's interesting in the top corner here. I'm not really used to this Debian setup. Okay, so sudo apt install simple. Gotta type everything accurate. Screen recorder. Sudo apt install simple screen recorder. I do know Kazam works, So you can see my screen. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, interesting. Notice, the speed's not that bad. I know nothing about setting up simple screen recorders, so that was probably silly. I probably should have done Kazam. I may have to pause just to run it. Why don't I install Kazam anyway, because I might actually know how to do this. How do you run the thing? People are probably screaming at the video. Ooh, it did say unable to fetch some archives, failed to fetch. Interesting. Might as well do sudo apt install Kazam while we're at it, while we've got sudo going. I think you can kind of see that. There we go. Yes. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if these now show up in the application finder. Let's down there. It looks like it worked. I could come back there, but let's just see if these show up now. You can't really read it terribly well. Please, someone yell at me about just use so-and-so. These terminals, no, I'm not seeing it there. If I write Kazam, is it going to, no. Okay, so let's get back here. I might pause to find out how to run them, but let's just try running, because if you tap, it should auto. Let's just try Kazam. Was that the right spelling for Kazam? Nope. Okay, I'm going to pause, find out how to activate these. Okay, still not doing so well with the video, but I did find a good command, apt list installed, and basically that's going to show, sorry, you can't really see it very well, but it's basically showing every single thing that's installed. ICG zip, came out a bunch of libs, and it doesn't seem to have anything that I installed. But that's kind of nice to be able to go through and see what's installed on this version of the Arduino Debian unoQ. Anyway, I think I'm done here. If I do brick it, I'll spend some time trying to update it properly. I did my good one and managed to update it properly. Yeah, anyway, sorry for dragging on and on. That's good enough. It does kind of work, but wow, you really need to install the proper one.